That doesn't look anything like me. Anyway, what I'm about to say isn't what we call demo-friendly in my business, so get ready for me to sound, well, like the old fart I am. But this constant dismissive attitude on jobs has really got me a goat now. It's like jobs aren't enough these days. They damn well better pay well, or folks just really aren't going to apply for them at all. Did I ever tell you when I was a kid, you'd be grateful for any job you could find? Now a lot of kids are just the opposite, turning up their noses at fast food jobs that go begging at 11 bucks an hour. It's true. Back in my day, we would be happy to take the fire-related position for a fraction of that. But really, who can blame kids when they're not the only ones whining? The president dismissing this whole Keystone Pipeline fury, nowhere near the 20,000 jobs Republicans say it'll generate, more like 2,000 jobs tops, as if that's anything to sneeze at, or Amazon, already getting grief for the 7,000 jobs that it's promising at some new warehouse and retail facilities. Apparently, some union types think those positions should pay more. Shouldn't we be focusing instead on the 7,000 folks who will be getting paid anything? And don't even get me started on that D.C. City Council that just ran Walmart and the thousands of jobs that it was promising right out of town after demanding big box retailers dramatically hike their minimum wage. What a piece of work. All these do-gooders dismissing work, any work. When I was a kid, you would grab any job you could find. Now we weigh it against welfare checks and benefits to see if it's really worth the fuss. Only in America can our politicians bemoan a livable wage, forgetting a lot of folks would be grateful for any wage, any chance, any job, any time. All I know is as soon as I turned 16 and heard that a fast food chain called Arthur Treacher's was opening a store in my town of Danbury, Connecticut, you can see me out front there waving to the crowds. Anyway, I stood in line for a position, any position. I got the job and soon rocketed to relief manager, then weekend manager, then by the tender age of 16 and a half years old, full-time manager. Yeah, it's true. It all started at $2 an hour and all the fish I could eat. Never mind that latter benefit eventually forced Arthur Treacher's out of business. Who knew? But once I got the opportunity, I was in business. So kids, I want you to listen up. Never talk a good job down, because the same could happen to you. Now, I'm not saying that you, too, will go from mopping up floors to someday mopping up the cable news competition at your hour and being an anchor superman. Respected the world over like me, trim and fit, despite fast food, I might point out. But you never know. You'll never know unless you try, unless you fry. Food for thought. Never look a good job in the mouth, especially if the place offers free food for your mouth. That was like a double for me. Not a double burger, like a double fish sandwich, which was what Arthur Treacher's made. Okay. Could I see that again? Because I find it insulting. Do you? Look at this again. Now, if we had shown Shepard Smith in that, would you put a little pouch on his stomach? Would you have him looking like John Candy on a bender? I seriously doubt it. This is what you get with working with a young staff. They're young enough to be my kids and young enough to be punished just like my kids. The punishment begins now.